All right, so here we go. A tour of the new layout for the shop, which is kind of an older layout for the shop, but more functional layout for the shop. Yeah, that's how I left a long time ago. I don't know where it's at. One of these days we'll redo the floor, but maybe after I get better at not spilling stuff, so that might help. All right, so about a year ago or so, we got a new desktop and a couple of little cubes from IKEA, and we've rearranged how we have that organized. It does look a little cluttery. We just got the shop back up and running from moving everything around, and I'm still kind of getting it all sorted out. Okay, so there's the paint box of fame I talk about once in a while, but which is let's see here. Let's get over to the desk. There we go. There's the workspace. I've got a lot more elbow room now than I used to have. That's great. Got the computer in front of me now, so that's even better. I got my Hot Wheels right up there on the wall in front of me. Got a place for the podcasting microphone. That's real nice. This here is a new piece of equipment that we got for my sister for Christmas. This will allow me to do overhead shots, so that'll be very nice. Which won't live here. This is just on here for right now. I'm trying to figure out the best place to have it set up so I can in the future do that. But my little cube guys, I have those along the wall here, and then my little gray set of drawers for all my accoutrement drawing and other types of things. And then this is my go-to box, and we'll get a little closer here. This is what I have most of the implements that I use when I'm model building: nippers, sanders, sanding sticks, files, some markers and stuff here for doing some Gundam things. And yeah, so these are the things I usually go to. And then Dremel and my Iron Man light. I don't have that turned on right now. And then my little Tack Life mini screwdriver drill thing. And then bins and bins for all sorts of stuff. Q-tips, glues, other chemicals and such, and pens and markers and jazz. Just getting that all kind of sorted out. And then my carburetor coffee mug. I love this thing. I have never drank anything out of it before because I've always been a little worried. I mean, this is a carburetor mug. You know, I always feel like it's going to taste like gasoline. That's funny. Lazy Susan with some smaller bottles of paint that we usually need more often than others. And then some stuff back there in the black hole area that we will need once in a while, but not every day. And then, of course, a picture of my muse, Mrs. BG, on the wall there. And then towel holder, which has been there for quite a while. My little discs that we get from some of the group builds we joined over the last few years. I have to put up Rusty's here still, but and then our poker chips that we hand out at shows. Let's see, this is the shelf of friendship, I call it, and over here is the shelf of shame, and then some of the Bandai stuff that we have finished up, and a Romulan warbird that I still haven't finished for my friend, but he said it's okay. He's got a young son now. He's like, I got no space for it, and he likes to, everything's a toy right now, so he's like, you can hold it for a little bit longer, so that's great. And up here is the shelf of retribution, I guess is I guess the best way to say that. Everything up here is a model kit that I built at one time or another, and I wanted to do a little better job and just kind of make it better, do it over again, do it better, and we'll get out of the way of the light. And then here's our Star Trek shelf with a couple of Space 1999 kits up there, and then the ever joked about NPC shelf. My friend Joe from Mad Genius once said, don't mix these in with the regular stuff because it'll just sort of bleed out into the group. So we don't want that. And then over here is our Corvair area. Some stuff that's been gifted to us by Louie over at the Autistic Modeler. Our friend Brian gave us one of these. This is from my friend, this is from Dan. That's from Dan the Man right there. As well as this poster. This is pretty sweet. And then I am a G.I. Joe fan, so little G.I. Joe-age there. And then, of course, our wooden plaque from Tiffany and her daughter, the kid. Let's see here. Toolbox, all stickered up. Put stickers on everything to Mrs. VG's dismay. And then this cube here, we just got these little drawers and installed them today for all of our photo etch and aftermarket stuff. A little more organized, a little better kept. And then down below are bins with like polishing compound, stuff like that. It's better to have those in a big bin like that on the bottom rather than up on a top shelf, weight and all that jazz. So let's see, let's go to the right here. The stash racks are basically the same as they were originally. Up here we have our large box items, and then we have our Revell Germany, and then our Fujimi kits, and then back in there is the Bandai stuff. And then down below we have a little bit more Fujimi overflow and some Hellers. And then down below we have some Hasegawa's, Lindbergh's, Italeri, however you pronounce it. Either are correct, I suppose. And then over here we have our 1/24 scale Revell kits. And we have an Academy kit there, but that's blocking some Bell kits and a couple of Gunzi Senyo kits. Next shelf up we have, this is all Hasegawa stuff. And then up is the Tamiya. Tamiya gets 2 shelves, plus a little bit of overflow from the Revell Germany. And then at the top, we have the AMTs. These are double stacked, so there's ones back behind there also. Lots of pickup trucks. I had to take all this stuff off these racks so I could get them out of the way and, clean behind them, that kind of a thing. And when I put stuff back up, I just put it back up there. I didn't put it in, it's no rhyme or reason. But somehow when I put all this back up here, it's like, wow, that's a lot of pickup trucks. Okay. And then this rack, I had just taken the stuff off the top so I could get it out of the room and out of the way. And then when I put the rack back in the room, I put it in backwards. So this is the opposite end. This is the end that usually goes towards the wall. So that's why we see the back sides of everything here. But I mean, in transition, we'll take care of all that someday. One of these days when I get bored. All of our small scale, so look at all these small scale kits that we have here. I think I probably have half again as many small scale kits as I do as a normal size scale. And then some tubs with parts, wheels and tires and engines and all that kind of stuff. Things that either get sent to me or stuff that I've come across. And then down below, some larger kits we didn't have room for, monogram. And then we have a gigantic MPC locomotive kit. And then over here, my friend George Oppenheim sent us a Star Trek Enterprise kit, which I am actually really itching to get to soon. Okay, so then here's our fan club. We'll let that lie. And then around the side here is our little paint area. Now, yes, I had done a video about using the orange bucket the orange bucket filter technique, which worked great for Tamiya stuff, but when we had the room originally arranged, the desk was over here against this wall, so that stuff was sitting over here in the middle of the room. And it came a couple of times where I bumped into yes, it's a big orange bucket, but there was a couple of times I bumped into it by accident, almost knocking it over. And I figured that's just not going to work for the way we have the room laid out. So by taking this rack here and turning it 90 degrees to the wall, gave us this space here opened up where we could get an old toolbox out of the garage. This is the original toolbox of fame right here. So you see a lot of old decals on there. And then we put the spray booth on that, and then we have a little dealie that we put in the window that we can hook up to. And this is just, let's get this out of the way here. That's just a little flapper dealie for a dryer vent, which is the exact same size, because I think when they make these guys, they just use the industry standard size for the tubes. And then I'll show you my neighbor's nasty old trailer out here. Oh, hey, it's gone. Little hot dog. All right, cool. So yeah, these guys here are like a standard 4-inch width, so the dryer vent fits on there perfectly. So it's really easy to just pop this in the window, attach that to the fitting down there, and then attach this to the back of the spray booth, and away we go. But it is still kind of a chore in some aspects, and I still have to plan out my sprays. So if I want to just do a quick on some seats or whatever, I try to gather up a few other things before I run over here and do that. So it makes me really think about what I'm going to be doing. So on this shelf here, we have a thing that dries hair. This is very handy for when you're washing parts. Yes, I wash parts. Ridicule me all you want. I've been burned several times in the past by some stuff, and I don't like taking a chance. So it is what it is. So here we have the Revell kits, and yeah, this is blocking it. Sorry. And down below we have our Batmobile collection, and then the front side of the small scale stuff, and then forward of that is the monogram collection. And I don't know if I can get this guy out of the way here very easily. His wheels roll nice, but there's some cords on the floor. So here's some monogrammage. I'm always a monogram fan. I always like monogram kits. And then down below here is my Uncle Alan's stash. He passed away last year, and we inherited several of his model kits. So it has his own little place here in the stash, and I really should build a couple things out of there. Then up above, behind our Revell Germany / Fujimi kit, we have some Iceman stuff. Check it out. There we go. And then the Corvair collection, which is facing the sun. I need to put a board in the window and block the sun from that. And then up above we have nephew and niece stuff. So they kind of got into model building a little bit and then went off to college. All of them are off into college now, as a matter of fact. So I've inherited that stuff as well. And then here is the motorcycle kit collection. Yes, I consider the speeder bike to be part of the motorcycle collection. Johans and our Mings, yay! And of course, Accurate Miniatures kit at the pinnacle of everything. But we got some Gundam stuff here, and some of our Flame Toy stuff here, and our Gundam kit there. So that is the tour of the new room. I'll take that back. Let's go over here. Stop. Pan down a little bit. Good. All right. So this is our Tamiya rack. Down there is splash paints, and then everything else is Tamiya paints. The paints on the very bottom are actually the AS series, which is their aircraft series, which are great because they have a lot of cool military colors that come in really great for older hot rods like 1930s and stuff. Great looking colors for that. But as we run out of paint, I save the cap. You'll notice that there's maybe like a spot here or there missing a can. It's one of the ones that I usually go back over and need to get more and more often, like the TS14 black. That one and then the TS6 black are the ones I probably go through the most, and rubber black too. But behind the door, and yeah, I have a piece of red tape there. You want to know why? Because there's like a 1/4 of an inch difference between the height of this floor and that floor because that's tile. And this is specifically for my brother-in-law because I don't know how many times he's stuck his head into that door jamb, not picking up his feet. So let's see here. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. There's the BG hat. Over here we have like shop cards, stuff like that. So if somebody writes this, hey, I like a shop card. I've gotten a little more organized. I'm a little bit happier about that. But here is a bag of the spray paint can lids. So when I empty one, I toss them into there. I toss the can lid into there so that I know when I'm going to the hobby shop, take a look inside of there, see what I might need. But that's my best bet there. And then over here is some more G.I. Joeage. Probably going to redo all this stuff here and organize this a little better because this is a bit cluttered looking. But yeah, there we go. And that's going to do it for this edition of the stash room. Let's end with a shot from here. There we go. All right, everybody, I'd like to thank all you folks for subscribing, commenting, saying hi to us at shows. Really, really appreciate that. And we love you all. Take it easy. We'll talk to you next one. Bye now.